Holy cow. We are live. Hey, Dave's Roadies. I apologize for being late. Oh, you guys have no idea. I was just getting started, and wow, that was brutal. That was brutal getting everybody. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome to the chaos. The chaos that is tonight's live stream. I was just getting started. Okay, and I'm just. Wow. This has been crazy. Dreamers Empire, 5 likes if you haven't even started. Nice. Yeah, thanks, Dean. And that's pretty good for a live stream is not starting well tonight. Magical News Live, Jumbo Nick, welcome aboard. Isaac Nail, greetings to you, sir. Kyle Anderson, hey, Kyle, welcome aboard, man. Hey, guys, if you haven't yet, choke slam that like button. Make sure you do it. Even though this live stream is definitely scouring the barrels of the internet in terms of quality and actually being on time. But thank you guys for coming anyway. And everybody's saying hello to each other. So, welcome aboard, my friends, my roadies. Glad you guys could come on tonight. We'll wait for a few people to come on board. R. Johns is here. Good evening, Richard. Welcome aboard. Richard, you actually, it's kind of funny. You came in and you may think this is normal, but I actually started a minute late. And that's a pet peeve of mine. So everybody, I am sorry. I apologize for being late. I could not find my camera stand. I actually did not have a stand. I could not find it to set up my camera phone. So right now, I'm looking at you through the convenience of a magazine basket, 3 pillows, and a Scrambler board game actually holding you guys upright. So anyway, welcome aboard to this chaotic and insane live stream. Of course, that's kind of funny because that's how the air show was in the beginning, and I'll get to that here in just a few minutes. But glad you all could come on board. Yeah, hey, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Like I said, if you haven't yet, make sure you choke slam that like button. And if you guys are new to Road Trip Dave, just want to let you guys know I am a YouTuber. Just started coming. I've been on here since September. I'm basically an explorer of different places. I go to beaches, I go to amusement parks, with the emphasis on Disney World and Carowinds, and I also check out restaurants and other cool places. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And also, once you are through checking out my channel, please check out my partner channels as well. Our Themed Life, who's basically, I don't think they're on here tonight, but I have my other 2 partners on here. Dreamers Empire, be sure you subscribe to his channel as well. He does a lot of awesome live streams, does them from the Mall of America and Walt Disney World. And Magical News Live, make sure if you haven't, so go to his channel, and that's my other partner. Subscribe to his channel as well. And check out all his amazing content. He is up on news on Walt Disney World and Disneyland. He does a lot of informational vlogs. And he also combines with what we're hoping to be the most subscribed person on YouTube without any YouTube content whatsoever, R. Johns. R. Johns, who assists him in actual videos in the theme park. So, if you haven't checked, subscribe to R. Johns. Because our goal is for him to be the biggest YouTuber to never have a video. So, let's see here. Dreamers Empire. Sorry, dude. I can relate. Yeah, I know, right? This was a crazy time. Miguel Benitez is here. Welcome, Miguel. How you doing, man? Let's see here. Little Blue is on here. Hey, Little Blue. Welcome aboard. And let's see. We have Kyle Anderson. Everybody's saying hi to each other, so that's awesome. Hey, Miguel, great job last night. It was fun. Yeah, Miguel, I'm sorry that I missed your trivia night, man. We were actually coming back from Myrtle Beach during that time. We didn't actually drive into our house until about 9 o'clock. p.m. Eastern. So Mary Ellen Clark is here. Hey, Mary, good evening. How you doing? Glad you could be here today. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, we are. I'm doing pretty good this time. So, well, welcome aboard, guys. I was just basically going to start with. All right, we got 10 people on here tonight, so that's awesome. Miguel Benitez, no worries, Dave. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. I always feel bad when I can't make certain live streams, especially my partner channels. I barely made the Viapree Projects sessions with my first ever partner channel, Our Themed Life. And that was so cool to see that. But I was in Myrtle Beach at the time. I had just got the kids to bed. And then I said, oh yeah, I need to click on there. And so I got like the last 30 minutes of it. So I was happy I got that. But I always feel guilty when I can't make everybody's live streams. There's so much good content. There's so much good stuff you guys put on there. Isaac Nail, Miguel from Disney Life for me, and Daniela. And even Magical News Live. I barely got, Nick, I barely got your live stream going, and you had a cool live stream. If you have a chance, go to Magical News Live if you haven't, and check out his latest tidbit on the new monorails. Guys, I don't know about you, but I am pumped. I am pumped for the new monorails. That is so awesome to hear. And the fact that they're going with Bombardier, who basically are I would say, the experts in Disney monorails, this is fantastic news, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So, yeah, if you haven't said Jumbo to Nick, please sure you do so. But yeah, we got back from Myrtle Beach, and guys, just I'll be honest, this weekend was pretty intense. We left on Friday right after my kids got out of school. We stayed with my in-laws in Myrtle's Inlet, South Carolina, and then we went to the air show on Saturday, and then we came back on Sunday after eating at a nice restaurant there. I will be doing a restaurant review on that place later in the future. But one of the things that my mother-in-law does is she takes us out for this place for ice cream called Paradise Ice Cream, and it's in Litchfield Beach. Watch for that video coming, because I'm going to do just a quick little restaurant review of Paradise Ice Cream. If you're ever in Litchfield Beach and you want to get ice cream, go there. All of their ice cream is homemade. Every single bit of their ice creams. And they have I believe it's like 60 some odd flavors. You can have just about any topping in the world. It is I would consider it one of the best places in the entire Myrtle Beach, Grand Strand area to get ice cream. So, let's see here. Dreamers Empire, yeah, man, new monorails. Bob Gurr saying overdue. Oh, Dean, the monorails are so overdue, it's not even funny. When my last trip, I was in there and I'm going, yeah, these things need some TLC. And the other thing was, you can tell that the air was musty, was a little musty, and that's because they're either not cleaning their filters or it's just an old AC system. So, real exciting news there. Let's see, Beach Home Co. Hey, Beach Home Co. Welcome aboard. Hey, yeah, I haven't even started talking about Myrtle Beach yet. I got a brief little ice cream place plug, and talking about the monorail. So I'm glad you could come on board. Let's see here. Mary Ellen Clark, what fees will they raise to pay for that, Dave? Mary, you know their creativity when it comes to fees, and when it comes to milking the tourists for every single cent. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys are going to love this. For the air show, I was, the curse of the parking fees followed me to the air show. I've already told Dean about it, because I was texting him about something earlier today, but it's pretty hilarious. It's like the parking fees, I am cursed. I am absolutely cursed. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Isaac Nail saying hello. All right, awesome. Yeah, so the parking fees. Let's get to that. The Myrtle Beach Air Show, it was called Wings Over Myrtle Beach. Now, if you go into the description of this video, you might even be able to see it if you're looking on your computer or your smartphone. I did put that in the description. The website for Wings Over Myrtle Beach is in there. The event itself was spectacular. And I kept saying this to my nephew and my wife and even people around us. I was like a kid in a candy store on Saturday. It was such a wonderful belated birthday present. I couldn't have asked for a better event. And just summarize it, it was a beautiful event. The parking, however, was terrible. And let me tell you why. We go up there. We go up US Highway 17. That's the way to get from Myrtle's Inlet to Myrtle Beach. And it's right there. It used to be an old Air Force base. Well, the parking, for the blue level parking, my wife went online and we paid $15 in advance. $15 for the parking fees. Magical News Live, hashtag parking fees. And Dreamers Empire, oh man, Dave, we had similar experiences. Yeah, I know, Dean. When I got that summary on that text there. But so the blue lot was where we were supposed to go. So we go there, and you have to go over this bridge, over the Intercoastal Waterway, to get to this huge parking area. There's like a big church and this old factory outlet area. There's even medieval times there and some other nice touristy places. But we cross over the bridge, and I kid you not, there was a line, a wall of people 1/2 mile long, and I'm not exaggerating. I actually looked at it on my car odometer. The shuttle buses, apparently there was a separate company that were running the shuttle buses that would shuttle those people in that parking lot to the admission gate there at the airport for the air show. It cost $15, right? $15. So we get there, and we come to find out it's going to be a 3-hour wait. A 3-hour wait for a charter bus. Well, most of the shows most of the demonstrations were going to be in the next hour. So that meant if we took the shuttle bus, we wouldn't even get to see the Blue Angels perform. We would see them performing as we would actually be walking in the gate. Guys, this situation was so bad, they didn't have enough charter buses to take all the people that were there. There were veterans that actually came there, and they were so tired after, some of them were disabled, some of them were just, it's like when you're older, you can't be staying in the sun for 2 to 3 hours. They had to go home. Luckily, the event reimbursed their tickets, so they went on Sunday. But it was absolutely terrible. That company is probably going to be fired from the event because the event itself was superb. The parking was horrendous. And I will show you, I'll actually be posting a couple of videos on the air show parking. You'll see the line of people. I mean, we're just driving by them. It will shock you. It was so bad it made news. It actually made news from Myrtle Beach to Charleston to Columbia. It was that bad. And I mean, lesson learned. It's their first event there, but man, it was just very, very, very bad. Now, so this is what I did. We were actually in the lot, and we decided we would leave. I said, $15, it's gone. I'm writing it off. I'm going to find another way. And luckily, see, we've been to Myrtle Beach before, so I can't imagine if you're a new tourist to Myrtle Beach and you're in that mess. You're stuck. There's nothing you can do. So anyway, we actually loaded everybody back up in our car. And we said, all right, let's drive close to Market Commons. If you go online and check out Market Commons, it's like an open-air town center for Myrtle Beach, right near the airport. And they have nice restaurants there like P.F. Chang's and Ruth's Chris and all that. Well, on top of the air show, they're doing a dragon boat race and the lake at Market Commons, and they're doing a soccer tournament there. So, and all these places are blocked. Nobody can find parking. Well, I was just like, I don't know if we can do this. So I said, you know what? I took my family. I said, family, and I had my nephew there with my wife and the kids. So I was like, and my nephew's, he's 22, so he can handle it. I said, you guys go and get in the gate. I will park my car off to the 17 Business Road, which is 2 miles away. And I said, I'll run back. I'll suck it up and I'll run back. So, yeah, needless to say, it was horrendous. Let me catch up on the comments and I'll finish my story. Miguel Benitez, Dave, that sounds terrible, Miguel. It was horrible for a lot of the people that did not know what to do, definitely. Epcot Bob, come on up to Oshkosh, Dave. They're running like a well-oiled machine, coolest air show on earth. Hey, Epcot Bob is here. Hey, man, welcome aboard. And yes, Oshkosh is a machine. They know how to do it. I'll say for Myrtle Beach, the event was fantastic, and I think the problem was they just didn't know how to contract with somebody that knew what they were doing. Let's see here. Dreamers Empire. Getting into the air show is like getting on Flight of Passage. That's exactly what I was thinking. The problem is, at least with Flight of Passage, you're in an air-conditioned place. It was out in the sun. It was crazy. Happiness and Sweet Tea's here. Hey, how's it going? Welcome aboard. Let's see. And I don't know if you caught part of my story, but yeah, the air show was pretty impressive, except for the parking. Epcot Bob, Dave, Kindred Air Show Spirit. Yes, indeed. Scott Shearer, sorry I'm late. I was watching Chris. That's okay, Scott. Welcome aboard, man. Glad you could join up. Wow, we got 12 people here. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see here. Isaac Nail, hey, Bob. Epcot Bob loves Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Yep, yes, he does. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Fantastic. So, Happiness and Sweet Tea, she's about to end it. Okay, so basically we got some other live streams going on. Fantastic. Samantha Paxton, welcome aboard. Glad you could come on and just hear me ramble. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you choke slam that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. And also check out my my partner channels. Samantha, if you haven't checked them out before, I think you've been on here before, but just in case, check out my partner channels, Our Themed Life. The other two are actually on here, Dreamers Empire, Magical News Live, and subscribe to them if you haven't done so. So yeah, that's just a quick reminder. So Samantha Paxton, thank you, Dave. You're welcome. Dreamers Empire, are you a pilot, Dave? Actually, Dean, I'm a wannabe. I actually was getting my pilot's license in college. I have 17 hours as a student, and that's in a tiny little prop plane called the Cessna 152 for people who don't really know about planes too much. But it's been decades. I'd say it's been at least 2 decades since I've flown, and I mean, nowadays I feel like flying would just be like a really, really expensive hobby. At least YouTube is a little cheaper. By the way, it's not cheaper to get a gimbal. However, I got my birthday money. And guess what, everybody? I'm getting my gimbal. I'm looking for a good gimbal. So then I'll be able to do live streams, more live streams at Carowinds, more live streams at the beach. So I'm excited about that. Very excited about that. It was I've been wanting to get that for my birthday, and right now I'm just shopping for them. Magical News Live just shared the stream on the Live Plays Twitter. That's right, Magical. Hey, Nick, that's right, guys. The thing about Dreamers Empire is that not only does Dean have his YouTube channel, but he also manages a website, he and Nick, called theliveplace.com, and that's where, if you're not sure about our YouTube community's live streams, go there. They post every single one of our YouTube community live streams, exactly when they post, what time, and they'll even let you know when they're live. It's really cool feature. And you know what? It says I don't have that in my description, but I will be sure to put that after the live stream tonight. Let's see here. Scott Shearer saying hello. Epcot Bob, 23 hours to go, Dave. Yeah, right. Let's see. Happiness and Sweet Tea. Yay, gimbal. Yeah, I know. Isn't that right, Wendy? I was thinking to myself, man, I have been doing a YouTube channel for half a year, and I'm doing it by hand, by these these shoulders right here. And it's a good workout, but man, it gets tiring. And I want to do the gimbal because I know it really helps with doing live streams when you're out and about. I mean, here at the house, it's one thing. Oh, for those of y'all who just came on board, just to let you know, I couldn't find my camera stand, so I was a minute late. Right now, I have the luxury of talking to you through a makeshift stand that I made. The camera phone is on top of one big magazine basket, 3 pillows, and a game board. So only the finest equipment at Road Trip Dave. That's probably another reason why I need a gimbal. Say, DreamersEmpire, nice. Epcot Bob, oldest is a pilot. Maybe he can drop into Charlotte and take you up. Dean, I would love that. That would be absolutely awesome. I would love to do, I would love to fly again. I know that when I did it, I get caught up in the moment of flying and I get excited instead of concentrating. So I don't know, but that was when I was younger. So I'm thinking that I'm older and slightly more mature. I might be able to do it. Magical News Live, woot woot. Hashtag the live place for the win. Yes, exactly. And Magical News Live posts it in the chat and Nick is dependable as always. Puts the link in the chat. So that's very good. Let's see here. Epcot Bob, 23 hours more, and you get do your private check ride. Bob, I feel like I'd have to take the 17 hours again. I mean, I'm literally so rusty about the only thing I remember is yoke, throttle, fuel mixture, and altimeter. I'd have to do a lot of review. Happiness is sweet tea. Love it, Dave. I used my puzzle boxes before. Oh, Wendy, that's hilarious. I was freaking out. I actually was literally sweating, and I was getting mad because I sat there and said, my camera stand should be right here, and it's not. So, see, and here's the other thing, guys. I'm not going to blame my kids necessarily, but I'm going to blame my kids. If you ever have kids, your stuff will disappear. Just saying. Just saying. So, yeah, so anyway, back to the air show. I couldn't find a parking I couldn't find a parking space in Market Commons. But to kind of refresh, remember we went to the Blue Line parking lot. I've already paid $15. Not waiting 3 hours. So we drive in. I actually drive toward the admission gate, and I let them off. I let my nephew, my wife, and 3 children off, and they were right there at the gate. So I knew they were going to be just fine. So I drive around, and I find this business, in this old hangar, and they're offering $20 parking plus a golf cart ride to the admission gate. Well, guess who forked out $20 in cash? So in total, I paid $35 for parking, but we didn't miss hardly anything. When I got in there, we got to see the Geico Skytypers. I actually have their link posted below, I believe. If I don't, I will. You know what? If I don't, I will post it down below. The Geico Skytypers. There are these 6 planes. They're. If you guys aren't familiar with a whole lot of planes, it's an AT-6 Texan. It's an old World War II trainer, and these are the type of airplanes that a lot of the Army Air Corps and Navy guys would train on before they would become pilots in fighters. And so, but they've refurbished them. And so they do a whole bunch of skywriting with these planes. And they really put on a great show. But we got to see them. We got to see the Shaw Air Force Base F-16 Viper demo. The guy literally was shook the bones out of my kids. They couldn't believe how loud it was. There we go, Magical News Live, GeicoSkytypers.com. Check it out in the chat box. Nick, dependable as always, my man. You were awesome. Let's see here. We'll catch up on comments here a little bit. Lori Carlson, good evening, Dave. I can't wait for our Star Wars Galaxy Edge next year at Disneyland is first to open. Yeah, Lori. Welcome aboard. Yeah, we're already chomping at the bit right now with Toy Story Land opening here. There's just been a lot of buzz about that. And Galaxy's Edge next year, it's gonna be really cool for certain. Happiness and Sweet Tea, Dave, $35 for parking. I know, right? I know. But the thing is, and I'm going to tell you, it was worth it, because when you got into the gate, when you got into and experienced the event, you would have realized how much you were missing. It's so the next day, I do believe. See, they did the air show Saturday and this past Sunday. So I haven't checked on there, but they anticipated 80,000 people coming to the air show. Guess how many were there? 120,000 people. That's right. So you're talking about basically an almost 50%. They were off by 50%. So yeah, you know, it's kind of funny how that works out. Dreamers Empire, about the same as a luxury resort at WDW. That's right, Dean. I actually paid $10 more than I would have paid at a deluxe resort. Parking is my curse. It is my, what do you call it? My albatross. It was, but the thing is though, guys, believe it or not, even though I paid $20, I had the second to last space available before they closed the lot. And the guy got me on there. He's like, and then they started closing it off with tape and road cones. And he goes, all right, man, hop on the cart. We'll go to the gate. I'm like, sweet. So anyway, I get there. And the thing is, it was fantastic because we found the guys would pick you up at the end of the show and take you back to the car. My family and I were walking for only 2 minutes outside of the gate. They saw us, got in. It was worth it, guys. I mean, it's a lot. And the thing is, here's the thing. Now that we know, next year, we won't even bother paying for that blue lot way out in Timbuktu. We're just going to find something around the airport area and just pay a little extra because it was worth it. It definitely was worth it. Happiness and Sweet Tea. I love air shows. Oh, Wendy, let me tell you something. I was like a kid in a candy store. I love air shows. I grew up on air shows. And the thing is, when you get to take your children and get to show them all the cool planes, we actually walked in a C-130, got to hang out in the cockpit there. We got into a C-17, the Charleston Air Force Base C-17 Globemasters flew in. It was just one, but we got to tour that and check that out. They had a KC-135 Stratotanker. This is what I call the gas trucks of the sky. We got to go in there. They got to see where they do the fuel boom, and they got to go up in the cockpit. And I wish eventually, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a way that I can transfer pictures and video and maybe show you guys some of that. But I'm going to probably do 2 vlogs. I'm going to do 2 vlogs of the air show because there's just a lot of footage. Dean and Bob will appreciate this because they're aviation buffs like me. Any of you guys who know this, they had my F4U Corsair doing a performance for 15 minutes. It was fantastic. My nephew was saying I was fangirling. I was. I can't help it. I love that plane. You will see footage of that plane. It is a wonderful World War II fighter. Look it up if you don't know exactly what it looks like or what it does or what it did in World War II. Take a look on Wikipedia. Take a look on some different websites. It is in my opinion, and this is coming. I'm an Air Force guy, and I'm putting Navy Marine Corps planes on the higher pedestal here, but I consider it one of the most beautiful planes ever. And they were flying it all over the place, and they were doing low passes where we could just see, we could see him up close, and then he was doing some rolls, and oh my word, they had that. Then they had the Corsair and the P-51 Mustang flying together. That was just epic, just absolutely epic. I just absolutely love that. They had this one stunt flyer. And the thing is, I can't remember his name, but I will make sure that I do post the links for those guys. This one guy was one of the world champion acrobat flyers. His airplane is black and red. Bob and Dean, if you know who I'm talking about, be sure to chime in there. He was amazing. He was making his plane do backflips. And I'm not exaggerating. It was doing backflips, people. Backflips. It was awesome. Just absolutely awesome. Then the F-16 Viper demo got on there. I know I talked about it once, but I'm like, I got to talk about my Air Force boys. That pilot was just phenomenal. That F-16 just blew everybody away. And then the grand finale, the Blue Angels, put on a wonderful show as always. It was, and you guys will see just how beautiful they were. One of the things I always love about air shows when it comes to the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds, if you're looking up at the main formation, at the group of them, one of the solo pilots will come around from behind the crowd going about 600 miles per hour, and you literally will jump out of your bones. It is absolutely epic. I just absolutely loved it. Epcot Bob. Oh yeah, the Geico guys are great. They did an after dark air show at Oshkosh. Wow, Bob. I can't even imagine that. I can't. It was very cool. They look like alien ships invading with all kinds of cool lighting. That is just, oh. I look at me fangirling already, man. I'm like in awe. Now Oshkosh is definitely on my bucket list because I've got to see that. Got to see that. Dreamers Empire, which costs more, a hot dog at the air show or at WDW? You know what's funny about that? I gave my wife my card. She went off and got the food, and I was basically with the kids. I didn't leave the tarmac hardly at all. I was on the flight line, and I was just, even my little girl, I was trying, she's only 4 years old, so she didn't have a ton of interest, but she definitely had some. I mean, she was like kind of looking at stuff and thought it was kind of cool. So, we didn't eat hot dogs though. They actually cooked steak burgers, and they were phenomenal. The food was excellent. It was just this. I mean, whatever they used for their steak burgers, and that's the thing about air show food. Let me tell you guys, if you've never been to an air shows sometimes beat out theme parks with food. I mean, if you want me to be completely honest, I'm going to be honest here. An air show steak burger is better than a Disney burger. I know I'm speaking blasphemy. But it really is. It is the steak burger was phenomenal. And we just got some soda. We kind of went cheap, but I don't know how much she paid, but I'm sure it was probably like close to $40. Epcot Bob, Corsair is cool. Yes, indeed, Bob. Yes, it is. Happiness is sweet tea. You are fangirling now, Dave, just talking about it. My dad was Air Force. Oh, that's awesome, Wendy. Well, thank you, Dad, for your service. For any veterans that are here, I thank you all for your service. It's for guys who are in that kind of environment, that's the kind of stuff that we love. It's something that we just absolutely love. Dreamers Empire, did you say FRU Corsair? Oh yeah, Dean. Epcot Bob, was he flying a beach? Let's see here. The Geico guys? Are you talking about the Geico guys, Bob? They were in the AT6 Texan, I believe. Oh, knock, knock. Guess who's here now? Cargo 619 is in the house. Hey, welcome aboard. If you just you're catching me fangirling, as Wendy says, because I'm talking about air shows. And I just, what can I say? Dreamers Empire, our dad was Air Force. Bob studied the planes with great attention. I was looking for the hot dog stand. Yeah, Dean, air shows are awesome that way. As a matter of fact, here's one thing. Look up elephant ear. I was first exposed to the fried pastry known as elephant ears. and it is just amazing. And the thing is, I don't see them made at air shows anymore. I see like the funnel cakes. But the elephant ear, deep fried with cinnamon sugar and butter. Oh my word. Let's see, Epcot Bob. There's a black and red plane that did a demo at Oshkosh. It's a twin beach. Very cool display. Bob, it wasn't a twin. It was a single prop. So I'm not sure who he was. R. Johns. I've been to many air shows in Florida. Richard, they do. Florida gets a ton of them because there's so many cool places to have them. Our Themed Life is here. What's up, my partners? How you doing, Mike and Jen? Glad you could come on board. As you can tell, I'm fangirling about the air show at Myrtle Beach. So glad you guys. I'm so glad you guys could come on board. This is awesome. I got all my partner channels online and live and road tripping. Awesome. By the way, guys, if you forgot, make sure you choke slam that like button and make sure you do it and then subscribe to my partner channels if you haven't done it either. Samantha Paxton, Wendy, my grandpa was Air Force. I never met him. Oh, wow, Samantha. Yeah, you'll be surprised about a lot of Air Force guys. What's funny is that flying was one thing I didn't do. I ended up being a missiles guy, a missile launch officer. So I spent my time underground. But I've always loved airplanes. I mean, I've been to air shows since I was 5, and I absolutely just love them. So, yeah, Our Theme Life, Isaac Nail, what an amazing time for the sessions with VIP Project. Isaac, I completely agree. Our Theme Life did a wonderful job just being as guests with VIP Project, who do an amazing job. Ed and Mindy do an amazing job with their interviews and with their show and their live streams. Guys, and I'll promote VIP Project right now. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to them to go check out their channel. It's great. And they're doing bigger things too. They just have it's really just been amazing to see how they're growing. Their production value is off the charts. Just, I can't recommend them highly enough. Let's see here. I'll make sure I got everybody on here. Our Theme Life. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much, Isaac Nail. Absolutely. Let's see. Everybody saying hello. Cargo 619, LOL, fangirling. See, I'm already turning red. That's partly because of the sun. But we did use oh man, of course I forget to bring it with me because I didn't get a chance to put it together. But that we actually use it's called Blue Lizard. If guys, for anybody who doesn't need to have a ton of sun when they're outside, get that sunscreen. It's a little expensive, but we were out there, excuse me, for 6 hours, and we literally had no burns. So I highly recommend that. They're not even sponsoring me, but I'm gonna support them. Our Theme Life, so glad to be here, Dave. Hey, I'm glad you're here too, guys. Let's see here. Isaac Nail, you think Friday that Rachel and Peter might get a Dole Whip? Oh man, Dole Whip sounds awesome. Now that's the kind of thing they ought to have in an air show. Oh, the Dole Whip would sell out like crazy. Let's see here. Cargo 619, can I just say, wherever you are in the world, thank you to anyone who has served. I appreciate you. And Cargo, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. It's really cool to just be recognized. I know that when I first got in the military, I got in about 96. And it never was on the same level as it is now. It just seems like our country has really learned to appreciate and respect our veterans more. And and it feels wonderful to be appreciated. And I know especially for those guys they've been shot at, they've been through, pardon the phrase, but they've been through hell and high water. And those guys coming back to see their country love them. I think that's something we'll always cherish. Every veteran will cherish. Our Theme Life, Dave, we tried to go to the air show in Charleston, got to Dorchester Road, and we're gridlocked. Oh, wow. I remember you guys were interested in that. I remember seeing that on your Facebook page. Took us an hour and a half to go, 1 mile. Decided to turn around and have a nice lunch. Well, guys, you weren't the only ones having issues with parking. I was just telling everybody. I know you're coming late to the game here, but I'm just going to kind of sum up. We paid $15 for parking in the far lot across from Medieval Times, which is near the Myrtle Beach Airport. The shuttle there was $3. hours. It was a 3-hour long wait. The amount of people, there was literally a 1/2 mile long line of people, and I'm not exaggerating. You guys will see that in my vlog. I will actually, I'm going to post 2 vlogs, but the first one I'm going to show the parking situation, and it was horrible. I had to pay extra. I had to pay another $20 to find, but I found a lot near an old hangar, near an old business on the other side of the airport. They had a golf cart that took us right to the gate. So I paid $35 for parking. I'm cursed with parking, people. I'm cursed. But that really does stink for you guys, because I mean, you're driving, man, you guys are driving from Savannah. So I'm hoping maybe you were able to meet up with Jen's mom, maybe hang out over there. Let's see here. Isaac Nail, good news. I'm going to see Skillet and For King and Country. They are a Christian artist band. Oh yeah, Skillet and For King and Country. Yes, Joy Unleashed tour. I will be live streaming there May 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern at Daly's Place. Guys, check that out. Make sure you do that. Isaac Nail, he posts some phenomenal videos of different Christian artists and really just awesome performances. Make sure you guys check that out. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Magical News Live. I'm back, Dave. Jumbo Nick. How do you say welcome back in Swahili? Nick, you probably know. Find that out for me. Epcot Bob, we went to the Sioux Falls Air Show, but we flew in on a Piper Arrow. It was cool. No traffic and parking worries. Bob, that sounds awesome. I mean, first of all, you're over at Sioux Falls, so you probably had some scenery there. But then a Piper Arrow, oh, that's great. Yeah, if you can fly in, you're doing well. Our Theme Live, Jumbo. Our Theme Live. We underestimated the crowds this year. It was our fault for not planning ahead. You know, guys, here's the thing about air shows. They are like mini vacations. If you guys ever decide to do one, because this is what my wife and I did. We went online. We were basically, and most air shows should do this. Good events will do this. They will post maps of everything. They'll post maps of where the parking areas are. They'll post maps of the actual airport area. Then they'll actually post maps of the air show display area. So you'll get, I mean, they even had a kids play area. You knew where all the planes were going to be. And so with that actually helped us figure out, okay, we can't stick around in this parking level, this blue parking lot, because we're going to be here forever. And knowing Myrtle, and here's the other thing, if you get to know the town a little bit, maybe take a look at a map or maybe plan an extra route, you might be able to find something that will be closer and suit you. But yeah, it's Mike and Jen. I don't know what the estimates were at Charleston Air Force Base for the crowd, but Myrtle Beach was expecting 80,000. They had over 120,000. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. Cargo 619. Hey Isaac, may the 4th be with you. Ha 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 ha. Cargo 619 for the Star Wars win. I should have come up with that, and I didn't. Good job. Our Theme Live, yes, we were able to meet up with Jen's mom, and Dylan got some quality time with Grandma and the great-grandparents. Definitely not a wasted trip. That's good to hear. Glad to hear that at least something worked out there. Let's see here. Magical News Live. Ah, there it is. Karabutinya is welcome back in Swahili. Am I saying that right? Is it Karabutinya? Or is it Karabutinya? Tell me how I pronounce it. I don't know if I do that. So, Karabutinya, Nick. Let's see here. Isaac Nail, Our Theme Life. Can you tell Dylan I said, hey, Dylan. Hey, I'm going to say Dylan. I'm going to say hi to Dylan, too. What's up, buddy? How you hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Isaac Nail, we sure will. Magical News Live. Now I can say it since I announced it. Triple countdown. June, August, and November. Going August 1st to the 8th, staying at Wilderness Lodge. Can't believe we missed each other by a few days, Dave. Man, Nick. Yeah. We still have our trip tentatively planned from it's either going to be July 22nd to the 26th or the 29th through August. Well, you know what? See, yeah, we're leaving on August 1st. That's actually, shoot. Man. Yeah. Nick, we're gonna have to coordinate a meetup sometime, man. I gotta get all my partner channels around. So, but yeah, oh yeah, get this, guys. I have to say, I'm also weak again. We've also are considering booking the we're going through a Disney DVC seller. And we're thinking about getting the Contemporary for 3 nights and All-Star Movies for 2 nights. I'm weak. I'm so weak. But I mean, like, we might get a deal for staying at the Contemporary, you know? And you know who actually convinced me to go to the All-Star Movies Resort to consider reserving that? Resort TV One. If they're not here yet, I'm going to go ahead and give them a shout out. Resort TV One did a tour of the All-Star Movies Resort, and I said, for a value resort, it won me over. No other value resort tour has ever really convinced me that would be halfway decent. But movies, All-Star Movies looks exceptional. Let's see here. Boy, I'm getting behind. Cargo 619, teehee. I don't know. Hope you don't laughing at me. Epcot Bob, 120,000. That is crazy. Indeed, it is. Our Theme Life. You think I would have been able to plan ahead, seeing as how I worked the Charleston Air Show back in 2008? Mike, I forgot about that. Well, you know what? You guys probably didn't think it would be as crowded because the Thunderbirds had canceled their show. But it was. I mean, they only canceled their show about 2 or 3 days out. So, yeah. But hey, I mean, Charleston is really lacking in infrastructure, and I say that as a native. Okay, there's a lot that they need to do. You think Orlando's bad? You guys think Orlando's bad? Charleston makes it look funny. Let's see here. Magical News Live. I don't know how to say it. I just looked it up. Well, that's the best I could do. Our Theme Life. Yes, they estimated that 150K were at the show this year. They stopped letting people on the base at 2 p.m. Wow. Well, and that's because, I mean, the air show hasn't been done there in a while. The air shows have been kind of like a forgotten thing, and now they're bringing them back. And man, it's just, people are like, wow, what's this? You've never done this before. Let's see. Magical News Live. It's Caribou Tina. Caribou Tina. Okay, I'll remember that. Probably not, but... Cargo 619, July 26th. That's my 16-year wedding anniversary. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, my wife and I were celebrating our 13th anniversary on June 25th. So for our 15th, we're going to do something special. I don't know yet. I don't know what that is yet. Steph's Day Off is here. Hey, Steph's Day Off. Welcome aboard. Glad you could be on here. I'm coming through and telling my Myrtle Beach air show story. I was fangirling a bit. If you want to see me fangirl, go ahead and reverse it and just rewind, and you're going to see me fangirl about airplanes. So let's see here. Kyle Anderson. Hi, Steph. Let's see. Steph's Day Off. Nikio. Gargio. Arjans. Hi, Kyle. Man. Steph actually has rapid keyboard function. That's pretty good. I have to say I'm impressed. Epcot Bob, Oshkosh has 12,000 planes fly in for the event. They split 12,000 airplanes. Think about that for a second. 12,000 airplanes. They split up one of the long runways in thirds and land 3 small planes simultaneously. It's quite a feat. Epcot Bob, I remember seeing that. I don't remember if you remember the video magazine. This was back when they had VHS, called Aileron. Look that up, guys. If you ever want some nostalgia, Aileron they did video, and I remember them doing an Oshkosh special. You could probably YouTube it, and you could probably find it on YouTube. But Oshkosh really is a phenomenal event. Yeah, I think Myrtle Beach should probably have contacted Oshkosh and said, "Who do you guys use for shuttle buses from parking areas? Because we need to use them." Let's see here. See, Steph's Day Off. I'm going to be listening. I need to fill out some paperwork. All right, Steph. Just listen and it'll help me fangirl here a little bit. So yeah, guys, I got to see, for those of you who are new on here, who haven't been on here for just a little bit, I got to see my favorite World War II airplane of all time, the F-4U Corsair. just absolutely loved it. They had her flying for 15 minutes. They had her doing photo flybys and doing rolls, and then they get the P-51 Mustang to fly with the Corsair in pairs. It was wonderful. I was on cloud nine. I mean, for the guys who've been here at the beginning of this live stream, I'm going to repeat it anyway. I was like a kid in a candy store. When the F-16 Viper team, Mike, you might know who I'm talking about over there in Shaw Air Force Base. The F-16 Viper team flew and they tore it up. They tore up the sound barrier, and it was awesome. And the Blue Angels did a spectacular show. It was just that they were gorgeous. They were amazing. They did great. They did great things. And then I got to take my kids into. Actually got to take my kids into the C-17 Globemaster. It was one of the big cargo planes that are stationed in Charleston. Got to go into a KC-135 tanker. It's what we call the gas truck of the sky. They were stationed out of Pittsburgh. I think it's the Air National Guard base in Pittsburgh. And then we also got to see the C-130. I can't remember where they were stationed out of, but they got to go in that as well. It was, and then we got to see some of the acrobat teams. Oh, my word, people. It was just wonderful. Let's see here. Happiness is sweet tea. I'm here too, working on spreadsheets. I can't see I envy you, Wendy. Not at all. No. Spreadsheets are what I do for work. And, I mess with Excel and Microsoft Word and PowerPoint all the time. I prefer doing editing videos and live streaming with you guys on my off time. Epcot Bob, did they do the Heritage Flight? Oh, no, I did not see that, Bob. They did not do a Heritage Flight. They did, however, they had a paratrooper command. It's like a para commando team. I'm not sure who did that, but they did a tribute to the POWs and MIAs. They had a guy fly in with the POW MIA black flag, and it was actually perfect. They were singing Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA, and when they finished, the final chord, God Bless the USA, the guy touched right down. It was actually done really well. And the announcer even said, guys, we don't normally time that just right, but we timed it right, and everybody was like, heck yeah. It was great. Our theme life, it's totally okay to fangirl. Fangirling shows true passion. I fangirl over baseball shenanigans all the time. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Yeah, I was just giddy. I'm still giddy thinking about it. And my problem was, when I was there, I wanted to film more. And I knew that if I did, I'd be not spending time with my children and not getting them interested, because see, it's not about just, it's not about YouTubing. It's not about just videoing. It's about instilling that passion to future generations, to help them understand why it is that I love what I'm watching, why I love that smell of avgas. Oh my gosh. I go in there on that flight line and I'm smelling the avgas and I'm like, oh yeah. It's better than coffee. I would much rather wake up to that smell than coffee. Yes, it's true. It's absolutely true. Epcot Bob, the C-17 is a cool plane. And you're right, Bob. And I don't know if you've ever seen one actually do a demo. They did not do that for the show. They just had a static display. But the C-17 will actually demonstrate how it can take off from a very short runway. And it just blew my mind. The C-7, and it was, I forget which air show it was, but you see it rolling down and you see it just pitch up. And it's more than 45 degrees. I mean, it's like going up there. And you're like, this is a cargo plane. How's a cargo plane doing that? It was just wonderful. Our theme life, you named some fantastic aircraft. The C-17 Globemaster is awesome and a much more comfortable ride than the C-130. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me tell you what. The Hercules is always going to be like the ugly mother or I should say, the ugly sister that is always loved. because I mean it's been a workhorse. It's been an absolute workhorse. But yeah, I mean even with all the modifications they've done to the C-130, the C-17 is like flying on silk, and I actually took a flight on a C-141 first, and that was intense. But it's nowhere. It's nothing like just flying on glass almost with that one. Let's see here. Magical News Live. I'm here as well, getting some things done in background. Hey Nick, please do. Hey, I'm glad you're on here just listening. I actually wanted to do a little Q&A after I'm done fangirling. If anybody wants to ask me a question, feel free to do that. Whether it's about Disney, whether it's about Wendy. You know, if it's about air shows, if it's about the beach, theme parks, you know, you guys could throw out a question or two if you want. Let's see here. Cargo 619. I'm just now seeing this. I'm listening to as I sew. Let's see here. Epcot Bob. The smell of freedom. Yes. We're talking about avgas. Oh yes, the smell of freedom. Magical News Live. A cargo plane. Do you mean Cargo 619? See, cargo plane. That sounds like the best kind of plane if you ask me. I didn't want to like put that out there, Nick, but I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna let you do that, man. That's Cargo 619. You are correct. A cargo plane is really cool. I am more partial to a fighter though. I like to do flips and barrel rolls. I'm like you know, the fighters are like the ultimate roller coaster. When I first was in the Air Force, I got to fly a T-37, and I pulled, I think I got to pull a total of 6.5 Gs. And I said, there's no roller coaster that can come close to that. And so far, that I've been correct. Roller coasters have been awesome for some of the places I've been, but they'll never beat that. Let's see here. Dreamers Empire. I have quite a few questions, Dave, but saving it for our interview. That's right, Dean. I'm actually going to be, since you put that out there, I'm just going to say that I'll actually stay tuned for Dreamers Empire. He and I are going to do an interview, and whenever Dean posts it, I'll make sure that I let you guys know. But I'm looking forward to that, Dean. That's going to be great. Our theme live, Dave. What was your favorite aspect of serving in the Air Force? Oh wow. Wow, favorite aspect. Man, Mike, you put a deep question out there, man. That's deep. My favorite aspect, I'll say one of them. I'll say one of them. It's my job as an ICBM control officer is very unique. It's very rare to come across somebody who's actually manned, who's actually taken care of Minuteman III missiles, and actually have done what we call the nuclear deterrence for our country. And I had to say, like, one of the favorite aspects of is that I got to do something so unique and so really just responsibility-wise amazing. That I never thought I'd be capable of that kind of responsibility, and being a part of that was just incredible. I absolutely love that and don't regret that at all. Isaac Nail, gotta go, guys. Have a great night. Everyone, take care. Get some good rest tomorrow. Isaac Nail, thank you so much for coming, sir. Glad you could come on there, and may the 4th be with you as well. And I'll definitely be looking for that stream for Skillet. That's going to be awesome. I'll be looking forward to that. Let's see here. Isaac Nail, bye, everyone. See, let's see here. 2SQRT231. Hi, road trip from Dan and Foco. Holy cow! Oh my gosh! Holy cow! I have one of my old best buds from Fort Collins when I was living in Cheyenne, Wyoming, on here. That's 2Squirt231. Guys, check him out. Dan, I don't know if you have any video content, man. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel. Welcome aboard, man. This is my live stream that I do every Monday night. I just started doing these for the past 3 or 4 weeks. So, so glad you could come on here, man. So you missed me fangirling about the air show. So glad to have you here, Dan. Oh, that's awesome, man. Let's see here. Bye, Isaac. Kwaharini, Nick. See you, Magical News Live. See you on Thursday. All right, Isaac, take care, man. Be safe. Let's see. Epcot Bob. Intercontinental ballistic missile. Whoa, that's hardcore. Yeah, thanks, Bob. What's funny is that Dan knows the newcomer dart to my live streams. He knows all about the job because he was my. Dan, would you say that you were my venting machine? Like you were my counselor. That's what it was. Man, like when I was struggling with stuff, I would be telling Dan everything. But the thing is though, I don't regret it because I got to meet awesome people like Dan. And that's so funny. That's what's so funny is that it was a very stressful job. I will be honest. It was if you want to say if you call it fun, wouldn't call it fun, but it was just really gratifying to know that I could be part of something that big. It was, I mean, I'll say that. Our theme life, that's awesome. Love hearing fellow veterans' perspectives on their role in the military. Yeah, Mike, and that's the thing I've heard. You know what you've done with your service, and what's amazing is to see that it's not all the same. For some, it's love of country. For some, it's wanting to make something better of themselves. And I mean, what's really been, I'll say this for the military. I mean, yeah, is it perfect? No. But I think serving is one of the best ways to really understand how things work and really get to know really different people, like people who are completely out of your comfort zone, and really, because that helps you understand people better. I think it's what helped me be more open to be part of a YouTube community, So let's see, Cargo 619. Hi Dan, welcome. It's great to have a friend of Dave's here. Yeah, guys. Oh, I'm reading. You guys are just welcoming Dan, and I knew you guys would because you guys are awesome. But yeah, he's been a good friend of mine. Magical News Live. I've never seen you so excited, Dave. Really, Nick? It's the air show, man, and the fact that I've got like good old buddies of mine from years past coming on board. I mean, that just blows me away. Disney Life for me. Yes, Daniela is here. Welcome aboard, Daniela. Hey, yeah, I just got through the whole Myrtle Beach Air Show spiel, and now we're doing a little Q&A. And then I find out that a long time good friend from during my military years is on board my live stream for the first time. So be sure you welcome him. It's 2Squirt231. Just call him Dan for short. But yeah, Daniela, wanted to drop in before you were done to say hi. Well, Daniela, I'm glad you came on board. I'm actually a little overtime. I don't know what we're going to do here. Sorry I missed most of the stream. Gabby was having a rough time going down. Totally understand. Beach Home Co. How long on active duty, Dave? I was active duty for about 5 years. I did my first year I actually did what they call undergraduate space and missile training in Vandenberg Air Force Base, California. And now that was a place I would have loved to have been stationed permanently. But I actually worked, but before I did my actual training, I worked for 30th Explosive Ordnance Disposal. I got to blow stuff up. I got to go out and blow up rocket propellant, old World War II mortars, even like a suspicious package at the federal penitentiary there in Lompoc, California. That was a sweet gig. I didn't even have to hardly do anything. I just basically helped the sergeant do what he needed to do. That was a great gig. But then after my training, I went to F.E. Warren Air Force Base in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I was there for 4 years. And they were going to non-voluntarily assign me to Minot, North Dakota for my next assignment, and that's I knew I didn't want to make the Air Force a career. Wasn't too sure about that. So then that's when I decided to punch out. I pinned on captain and stayed on as a captain for another year, and then I was inactive reserve. I was in IRR, inactive ready reserve, for another 4 years. So Our theme life. Exactly, Dave. Serving definitely puts things in a different perspective. Life wouldn't trade it for the world. Amen, man. That's all I got to say. Amen to that. Having this sweet tea. Q&A. How do you feel about the parking fees at Disney resorts? Wendy, come on. Shall you raise my blood pressure? Shall we go onto that soapbox? Oh, I hate him. I'll sum it up that way. Yeah, there we go. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Let's see here. A Disney Life for me. Hey, too. That's awesome, Dave. Dreamers Empire. Welcome, Dan. Yes, welcome, Dan. That's I'm so glad. Haha. SQRT as in square root of. See, Dan, I figured it would be something, but I was just trying to come up with something really quick, so I said squirt. Oh man, I love this community. It's like having a big family here. One of these days, I'm gonna have to do a Google chat, and we're just gonna have to just get everybody live. Magical News Live. I was just using the tune of the Laughing Place from Splash Mountain, but replaced the Laughing Place with the Live Place. Nice. Nice, Nick. That's awesome. Epcot Bob. Haha. Nothing more satisfying than blowing stuff up. Hey, that's what I should have done for Earth Day. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, back in the 90s, you didn't have a whole lot of ways to keep in touch with people. I wish I had kept in touch with them because, yes, I would have brought my big pile of rubber tires and put them out on the street here, put some C4, put some little rocket propellant on it, and set it on fire and watch the huge mushroom cloud. It would have been just epic. Epic way to celebrate my birthday, a.k.a. Earth Day. Let's see here. Happiness is sweet tea. I couldn't help myself, Dave. Yeah, thanks, Wendy. A Disney Life for me. Wendy's so bad. Exactly. She's get a little mischievousness in that. Let's see here. Samantha Paxton everybody's saying hello. The 2 square root of 231 is an obscure track reference. That's right. That's right. Let's see here. Our theme life. Dave, have you done? Mike knows exactly why he asked this question, and I have to. Mike has now pricked my conscience. He has actually made me feel guilty. No, Mike, I haven't done it yet because I'm a procrastinator. I will do the Bean Boozled challenge, sir. I promise. Actually, this is my next. I'm gonna build up the Bean Boozled challenge, everybody. I'm gonna do these videos where I'm being hunted by the Bean Boozled box. I'm gonna try and do it like when I'm running through the woods, or I'm running through the city, or maybe hiding behind a car or something, and then I'm gonna show the Bean Boozled box like peeking out and coming after me. And then the end when I announce when I will do the Bean Boozled challenge. It will be an epic video. That's my plan. So thanks, Mike. Wow, thanks, man. A Disney Life for me. Q&A. If you could only go to one Disney park for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Wow, Daniela. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Okay. Okay, Daniela, here's my question to your question, because I want to know that. Are we talking like, so if you're saying if you could only go to one Disney park the rest of your life, which one would it be? So that's basically saying there's no way I could go to the other Disney parks, correct? Because on that premise, based on that premise alone, Bob's going to love this. It would be Epcot. I feel like every time I go to Epcot, I could spend 4 days there, and it's not enough. Okay, Disney Life for me, Daniela, correct. Yep, it would be Epcot. Dreamers Empire, Epcot. Yeah, exactly. For me, it's a taste of everything. And the thing is, especially with them doing the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and the fact that we're getting new monorails, yo, yeah. Oh yeah. I would absolutely do Epcot for the rest of my life, hands down. Daniela, I hope that I would also have access to the Epcot resort area. Am I assuming that I would have that as well? Because if I had that, yeah, I would be. My house would be set up in the beach club, and Stormalong Bay would be where I would hang out every day. Our theme life. What did Beach Home Co. say? She said something cool, according to Wendy. Oh, my daughter just found a 1944 first printing under wartime conditions, official guide to the Army Air Forces. That is awesome. Oh, wow. You know what? You could probably get some, I don't know if you want to sell it, but I mean, that's got significant historical value there. Found a 1944 first printing. That is really cool. Our theme life, LOL. It's all good, Dave. I'd procrastinate on this challenge as well. No worries, man. Just mess with you. Thanks, Mike. It's all good, brother. I knew that eventually that would come back to get me because I haven't done it yet. But believe me, I've actually thought about it different days of the week. I'm sitting here going, I haven't done the Bean Boozled challenge yet. Get this, though. I have a box of the Bean Boozled right under my bed. It's right there, ready to go. I promise. I will get it done. Cargo 619, Daniela, my answer would be Epcot every day. At Disney Life for me, Epcot. Yes, correct. Okay, good. Epcot, Bob. Hollywood Studios. Yeah, right, Bob. Come on now. I know that would be like your alternate. Dreamers Empire. Oh, yeah. Disney Life for me. I totally agree, Dave. Okay, good. So we're tracking on there. Dreamers Empire. Folks, just thinking about it. Dining options. There you go. Dean just hit it. It would be a different meal every day. I mean, I could have American fare, or if I wanted to just get something at Norway, I can get fish at Norway. Or if I want something really, cool at Mexico, or I'd go to the seafood restaurant in Coral Reef. They're in the Living Seas, or the Seas with Nemo now. So yeah, Magical News Live. Epcot Bob loves Hollywood Studios, and I do too. See, Hollywood Studios has my favorite Walt Disney World ride of all time, and that's the Rock and Roller Coaster. Problem is, it's just not enough there in that park. It's just not enough. Let's see. Disney Life for me. I love Hollywood Studios too, but Epcot has so much awesomeness, and that's exactly how I feel, Daniela. For me, Epcot, it was just, every time I see Spaceship Earth, I could sit in a World Showcase park bench, and I could sit there for hours and just take it all in. I'd take in the music. I mean, you guys know, because I talk about it when during the Christmas, New Year's Eve time frame. I mean, that park is lit up and has so much amazing things to do for the holidays. It's worth it. It's absolutely, Hollywood Studios is awesome. I can't deny that. But Epcot they have it top notch. Our theme live, Epcot is a great choice. It has that different vibe, and that's exactly it, Mike. The mix of Future World and World Showcase is just phenomenal. Absolutely agree. Okay, so Danielle has given me the Epcot Resort area, so I'm good to go. Excellent. Let's see here. Our Cargo 619. You can't spell princess without ESPN, baby. I would definitely need access to that area as well. That's exactly right. The boardwalk. I'd be hanging out at Beaches and Cream as well. Oh, my word. I'd go there half the time because I'd want to be stuck in the 50s. 2 square root 231. Family says hi too. Oh, Dan, that's awesome. Tell your mom and dad I said hello. Tell Paul I said hello. Oh, that's so cool. I miss you guys. I really do miss you guys. And I'm hoping maybe we can do more of this. By the way, I might have a way that I can get in touch with you more. But I'll figure out if I can do that. But yeah, tell the family I said hello. I hope everybody's doing well over there in FOCO. Cargo 619. Hi, Dan's family. Yeah. Hey guys. Samantha Paxton, Danielle, I hope you get some sleep and also be better too. Oh, D, are you leaving? I don't see, or maybe I missed that. Our theme life. Look forward to your Bean Boozled challenge. Your live streams are fantastic, and it would be awesome to see your reactions to Bean Boozled. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. When I saw some of your reactions with some of those beans, I'll be honest, there's not too much that can gross me out. So I'm almost interested. I'm almost curious to see if I can get grossed out. I want to see if that can happen. Magical News Live. I don't like Hollywood studios. I find it boring, but I love Toy Story Mania. I could spend an hour at DHS and leave. You know, Matt. You know, Nick. The thing with that is, though, would you feel the same way once after Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land is completed? I'm wondering that. If they kept everything else the same. Well, I mean, of course, they did get rid of the Great Movie Ride, but let's not open up that wound now, shall we? But I mean, if they have everything open and then add those two areas, I guess the thing is we haven't been there yet, so we don't know. Maybe that'll change, but I doubt it. Epcot just seems to be the place that I could just spend all the time there. Dreamers Empire. Hey, all of Dan's family is at 4, 7, 29 people. It's just 3. Well, actually, oh, you're talking about, oh my gosh. See, I'm totally messing up. See, Dan has a wife and daughter. So tell them I said hello, Dan. I'm not going to give their names out. I don't want to mess up their names or anything, but tell your wife and daughter I said hello as well. I hope they're doing well. So yeah, so it's like I got your wife and your daughter there, and you watching. Man, I'm feeling a little odd. It's like everybody's gathering in front of the TV watching Road Trip Day from Monday Night Roadtrippin. That's messed up. Beach Home Code. Toy Story is the best ride there, Nick. Yeah, it is. Cargo 619. Okay, guys, I got to go. Hubby's paging me. Have a great night. Cargo 619. Thank you so much for coming on board. I'm so glad you could be here again, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else you got in store as well. So good night, Cargo. Exactly, Wendy. See you later. Let's see here. Magical News Live. I would go to Toy Story Land and Galaxy's Edge. I loved Great Movie Ride. Yeah, and that's the thing about Great Movie Ride. If they had kept it, I would probably feel a little bit more love for Hollywood Studios. I just don't know right now. Our theme life. We love Hollywood Studios for what it is. I feel like it's a little more than half a day park. And yeah, see, and I think that's just because of where it's at right now. Will it be the same after they complete everything? I just don't know. Dreamers Empire. It's Betty and Stephanie. I'm pretty sure. No, Dean, you'd be wrong. But yeah, Dan, I was just talking about a lot of us here in our YouTube community. We are big Disney fans. Dan knows I'm a big Disney nut. And we just basically we started subscribing to each other from another channel. And Dan, since I don't know if you are aware of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and promote them. Resort TV 1 really kind of, I almost want to say, what's the word? Organically started this YouTube community. It wasn't done systematically. It just kind of offshoot. It just created itself basically. And Resort TV 1 is an awesome channel if you love anything that have to do with the Disney parks. They're just amazing. And so a lot of us, like Disney fans, we started forming our YouTube channel. We were inspired by them. And so now we've created partner channels. So Dan, I'm partner channels with Our Themed Life, Dreamers Empire, and Magical News Live. So be sure you subscribe to them because they have awesome stuff as well. They're really good people, and it's just really cool to see the kind of stuff that we come up with as a community. So, but yeah, tell your wife and daughter that I've never really done YouTube before. I started up in September, and it kind of slowly got to where it is now, and it's growing. We have other awesome channels here like Epcot Bob. He and Dean are brothers, so I mean they kind of work hand in hand with each other on a lot of the live streams they do. Epcot Bob. So for the record, Epcot will always be my choice. My daughter calls it my happy place. Indeed, Bob. I can't see another. Kind of like what Mike was saying. It's just different. It's different from any other theme park. When you go there, the icon of the park is right there at the front entrance, and it's a ride. I mean, you go in, it's bam, you're immediately immersed in it, and it's not like one thing. It's not like just a group of different lands. It's like a group of different ideas in two lands. You know, how we live, how we communicate, how we go from place to place, how we, and what that will look like in the future. And then you go into the tastes of the world. I mean, really, that's what World Showcase is. It just gives you a taste of what it would be like to be in Mexico, to be in Norway, to be in Japan, and to be in France. And oh, by the way, have you guys seen the updates on the Ratatouille ride? There in France. Guys, I'm so excited. They didn't touch Impressions de France. Considering Disney's track record, I was actually shocked. I was actually shocked that they didn't bulldoze that theater. And when I say, I'm pleasantly shocked, because now France as a pavilion, you're going to spend, I would say you could probably spend 2 to 3 hours in France now with the Ratatouille ride, the restaurants, and Impressions de France, and just being immersed in there. That one pavilion alone is going to be just far more enjoyable than with just Impressions de France. My only beef with Impressions de France, so Disney, if you're listening, you need to digitally remaster it. Digitally remaster the picture. Keep the classical music in there just like it is. Do not touch it. Do not touch the sequence. Do not touch the composers. Do nothing of the sort. Keep Impressions de France, but just clean it up. That's all you got. Just update it. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. Man, see, I forgot my water because my camera stand not working today. Hashtag time that go get happy. Happiness and sweet tea. I have to go, Dave, and wind down for the night. Another great stream. Thank you, Wendy. Good night, everyone. Good night, happiness and sweet tea. You guys haven't checked her channel out, please do so. Wendy, it was great to have you here again. Thank you for coming here. Beach Omco, Dean and Bob, you should just go ahead and move to Florida. I think about it all the time myself. Trust me, if I could do it, I would. Jacksonville, and I know I've been told not to go to Jacksonville. I might go to Ormond Beach. So if any of you guys who live in Florida, here's my question for you, a little Q&A. What do you think of Ormond Beach? All right, let's see here. Epcot Bob, every misspell becomes a hashtag. I was wondering about that, Bob. Let's see here. Our theme life, World Showcase is spectacular. One of the things that I look forward to the most on our Disney trips, just thinking about walking around World Showcase gets us excited. Yeah, Mike, I mean, I enjoy Norway. I enjoy Norway with Maelstrom. I still enjoy it with the Frozen ride, Frozen Ever After in Mexico. I mean, they got to keep the festival, I can't remember the name of it now because I'm fading off. I'm starting to feel it now. The Three Caballeros, Jose Carioca. Oh, now I forgot the other parrot. Donald and who's the other guy? Somebody name him. Let's see here. Somebody else came on board. Mouse Junkie is here. Welcome, Mouse Junkie. Glad you could be here on board. We're almost wrapping it up. We were doing a little Q&A, and we started talking about our, one of the things we love to talk about, and that's Disney, and so that's Anyway, I'm glad you could come on board, man. Thank you again. Let's see here. Okay, we're actually up to date. Let's see here. Panchito, thank you, Mike. Panchito, Jose Carioca, and Donald Duck. I love that ride there in Mexico. My kids love that ride, and if anything they would do with updating the video or updating the ride, maybe they could make it a little bit more, put a little bit more animatronics in it. I mean, that would be my only suggestion. You know, like I've been hearing the rumors about putting Coco in its place, and I just something about that just kind of bugs me, because it's it was a good movie. I mean, from what I've heard, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it was a good movie. But that doesn't mean that we just got to keep replacing stuff. Or maybe just integrate Coco into the ride with Donald, Jose, and Panchito. So, Johnny Klabitz. Hey, Johnny! Welcome aboard, man! Glad you could come here tonight. Let's see here. Our theme life, Dreamers Empire, it's always a highlight for us. Yes, it is. For sure. Epcot Bob, for sure, Mike, loves strolling World Showcase. Yeah, we absolutely, the thing about World Showcase that one of the things that I love is going into Japan. Now, Japan is another pavilion like France that I think really needs a ride. Because if they had a ride in Japan like they originally planned for, I would probably end up spending half a day there. I absolutely just love I could literally sit in one little section of the Japan pavilion and just people watch. And just enjoy the music and the sights and the sounds, and then go get some sushi and then come back out. I absolutely love that. Let's see. Our theme life, well done animatronics and a dark ride beats all. Yep, that's it, Mike. That's exactly right. Mouse Junkie, I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Hey, Mouse Junkie, I'd appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, we were talking about the air show earlier today, and just to give you just one highlight. I was fangirling big time, because air shows I absolutely adore. I was like a kid in a candy store. and just about everybody on the chat can confirm that I was fangirling completely. So but Mouse Junkie, I really appreciate you coming on board. Let's see here. What time is it, guys? Wow, we almost did an hour and a half. Man, yeah. I think we're going to call it a night, guys. Yeah, Nick, good night, Dave and family. Magical News Live. Nick, thank you so much for coming on board. Our theme live, thank you. You guys have a good night. Samantha Paxton, you have a good night. Mouse Junkie, take care. For all of you guys who could come on tonight, thank you so much for just listening to me ramble. I mean, I really am I'm just flattered, and I'm just thankful that you guys think what I have to say is interesting, and I really do appreciate you just taking another road trip on Monday night. So, but guys, again, be sure to like this video if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Check my partner channels out: Our Themed Life, Dreamers Empire, and Magical News Live. They're listed in the description below. Also, check out Dreamers Empire's website called theliveplace.com. Has everything, just about every one of our live streams in our YouTube community is on there. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to stay tuned. I got my air show vlogs coming soon. Let's see here. Dan, looking good, Dave. Take care. Dan, thank you so much for coming coming on here, man. It's just great to see you again, and I'm definitely going to keep in touch with you. I want to talk to you more and see how things are going over there in FOCO. But yeah, Jitterflix is on. Hey, Jitterflix, we're about to sign off, man. We're about to sign off. I really do appreciate you coming on board. I was fangirling about the air show, and we did a little Q&A tonight, so just be sure to watch the replay when you can. But thank you for coming on board tonight. But stay tuned on this channel. I will be posting my restaurant review of our ice cream shop at Litchfield Beach. And I'll also be doing 2 different vlogs for the air show that we went to, Wings Over Myrtle Beach. I actually have the information for that air show in the description below of the live stream as well. So, until I get all those things posted, everybody, laters.